All right, shalom, shalom. This is Brother Mashaba coming back at you with another lesson. First, before I get into it, I want to give all the honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Kakadash. Second thing I want to do is give double honors to all the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and the salutations to all the brothers that are pushing the truth with both sincerity and with charity. All right, so what I wanted to get into is the fact that we got to become a new creature, all right, a new man, okay? All right, that means to, all right, and how I wanted to do this lesson. All right, we gotta put off who we were. Okay. All right, and I mentioned something about doing this lesson in my previous one. All right, but I wanted to expound upon this specific point of becoming a new creature, of going from a nigga to a man of the Lord, a servant of Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay? But let's get into the precept. This is 2 Corinthians 5:16. Wherefore, henceforth, know we now, hold on. So like it. No, we know man after the flesh, though we have known Yahushua Mashiach after the flesh, yet now, henceforth, know we him no more. Therefore, if any man be in Yahushua Mashiach, he is a new creature. All things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. Okay, so what does that mean in becoming a new creature? All right, that means you stop, you sin less. All right, you stop going off willingly. Okay, that means you trying to be your best to do the will of Yahweh Shema Shai and please him. All right, which means you studying. All right, to show yourself approved. All right, and with those studies, all right, you going out into the highways and byways and you're preaching this word. All right, and also doing your own lessons. All right, being a prophet. Okay, earning your salvation. Okay, instead of earning your way into the lake of fire. All right, and to truly become a new creature. All right, sometimes you got to sacrifice things, whether it be, all right, maybe you're a man that like to party. All right, and that stuff could distract you from doing your best as a servant of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, you got to put that down. All right, maybe you're a man that likes to drink a lot. All right, and your drinking tendencies can throw you off from being the best servant of Yahweh Shema Shai that you can be. All right, and the list just goes on. All right, and there's a different stuff that different brothers can handle. All right, maybe this brother can handle, all right, going out to a bar, all right, often, and still be able to efficiently do the work. All right, so some brothers that can drink a lot, all right, and still efficiently do the work without that alcohol, throwing them off. All right. So whatever your weakness is, whatever you notice, is throwing you off from, being a servant of Yahweh Shema Shai to the best of your ability, all right, you got to cut it off, man. That's how you become a new creature. And that's what's going to please Yahweh Shema Shai, man. All right? Because whatever you got to cut off now, all right, the Lord gonna give back to you a hundredfold. Unless, you cutting off pork and shrimp. All right, and things that are just, straight up wicked. All right. But, yeah, man. Shit, maybe you even have to, all right, cut off woman for a while, man. All right, and just focus on yourself. All right, and be like, a bit like Apostle Paul, man. All right, and be celibate for a minute, That can definitely be a distraction. All right, these women, females are just a natural distraction. All right, as a man. All right, so some can handle it and some can't. All right, but yeah, man, this is 1 Corinthians 6:12. All things are lawful unto me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but I would not be brought under the power of any. All right, so you should not be being brought under the power of women. You should not be being brought under the power of drinking. Not being brought under the power um of shit, playing the game or whatever, man. Or whatever you do, in your life should not take hold of what you got to do for Yahweh Shema Shai. Point blank, period, man. Okay, that's just it. If you can, all right, just whatever. If you can just learn to discipline yourself around it, maybe do it less, all right, or not do it at all. Okay, then you got to do what you got to do, man. Okay, all right, or take a break from it. All right, just whatever it is, man. Okay, it's a process of becoming a new creature, of becoming a servant for Yahweh Shema Shai. Sacrifice. Okay, nobody has ever gotten anywhere successfully without having to sacrifice something, unless they were born rich, like a majority of these heathens and Edomites. But yeah, man. All right, let's say you athlete, man. All right, and you trying to get to legendary level, man. All right, your life, you gotta live and breathe that sport, man. All right, you trying to get to the NBA, you better hope you at least 5'10". All right, and you gotta live and breathe basketball. All right, you trying to get to the NFL, you gotta live and breathe that. All right, you trying to be a good boxer, whatever, wrestler, you gotta live and breathe that, man. You gotta sacrifice. All right. So imagine what more we got to do, okay, for Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Okay. Hold on, cause this precept finna go perfectly into that. All right, this is First Corinthians 9:24. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but won't receive the prize? So run that ye may obtain. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. Okay, so we doing this for something that actually means something, man. We doing this for the creator, for the creator of the universe and all of existence. We doing this for Yahweh Shema Shai, man. All right, so if these are two-thirds out here dedicating their life to a sport, all right, and they're great at it, what do you think you have to do? All right, you got to dedicate your life to this. Okay, not saying cut every single thing off in your life. All right, not man. Don't be over righteous, but just whatever you got to do to be the best servant of Yahweh Shema Shai that you can, while still maintaining your own life. That's what you got to do, man. Okay. All right. So yeah, man. This is verse 26. I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beateth the air. But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means which I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway. So yeah, you got to keep your body under subjection. This is a process to becoming a new creature, a new man. Okay, mentally and spiritually. Okay, to jumping off that a sinking ship into the lake of fire, to hopping on that first go around chariot to salvation, man. Okay. So yeah, man, you want to ride on Spirit Airlines or shit, whatever is the number one airline in the world, man. All right. So, yeah, man, we gotta do what we gotta do for the Lord. All right. Last precept. This is Sirach chapter 2 and verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower estate. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity, man. Okay? So, yeah, man, you got to prepare your soul for temptation, because through those trials, okay, through those trials and tribulations, and you passing through them, is how you become a new creature in Mashaba-GmsChicago. Okay? So, yeah, man, this is what you got to do to be an acceptable man, to prove yourself unto the Lord. All right? But, yeah, man, that's all I wanted to get into with this lesson. So I hope it was edifying. But with that, I'm going to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Shai, by Hashem Kakodash. Second thing I'm going to do is give double honor to all the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And salutations to all you brothers that are pushing the truth with both sincerity and with charity. Shalom, wa kwam yasharala, wa abababal. Shalom, Makim. Stay faithful.